I was just asked the most annoying question. The most annoying question, and it was this. Hey, Chael, if Volkanovski beats Islam, is that the upset of the century? No. So no, of course not. Volkanovski's ranked number 1. Islam is ranked number 5. You have to turn to the pound-for-pound list. It's the only list that both guys are on. You want to talk about their own list? Okay, Islam's ranked number 1 as champion. Volkanovski's ranked number 1 as champion. You want to talk about records? One of them's 16-0, and one of them's absolutely never lost. Now, as far as an upset goes, I mean, I was there the night that TJ Dillashaw beat Renan Barão. And Dillashaw was an 8-1 dog. Dominated that fight. Walked through it. Won all 5 rounds. I remember the night while I wasn't there that Holly Holm kicked Ronda Rousey, but they were 11-1? Did it close maybe closer to 9-1? I'm just sharing for you. I mean, with what metric are you going to call Volkanovski defeating Islam? Volkanovski who's never lost? Volkanovski who's ranked higher? How would that be shocking news? And if Volkanovski is going to lose, how is he going to lose? Right? I mean, if Volkanovski gets beat, not only is that something that's never happened before, any element of that fight that is going to go against Volk will be something that's never happened before. Is he going to get outstruck? Possibly. I mean, right? This is between those boys. But will you at least concede to me, if he gets outstruck, it will be the first time you've ever seen him get outstruck. What if he gets out-wrestled? He gets no takedowns and he gets taken down. Okay, fine. But I'm sharing with you that will be something that you've never seen before. What if Volk gets down and he can't get away? Right, Ortega was on top of him a couple of times. Max has been on top of him before. It's not as though his back doesn't ever hit the canvas, but nobody's held him there. It was never the clock that saved him and brought him back to his feet. He got his own self up. I'm just sharing with you, it would be something that you've never seen before. I think that's intriguing. I think that's interesting. I think that's an incredible opportunity for Islam, because I don't know what Islam's getting out of this. Islam wanted to be the champion of the world. Anointed by King Khabib himself. This is what he wanted. He's never once said, I want to be ranked number 1 pound for pound, and that's the only thing that he's going to get out of this victory. Like, I mean, this is such a cool move by Islam. This is such a cool move that Islam never basked in the glow of victory. Before he ever left the cage, he set up his next fight. I mean, it's such an awesome thing, and I think so many people are looking, well, Islam's just better, and people need to give their black belts back, and this thing is real, and he's going to get him down, he's going to squeeze him. You may not be wrong. But do you understand the credit and the praise that you would have to give Islam to do that? Because I feel like that's being missed. These two could have been your typical dickbag and held this fight up for who knows how long. It's not as though Volk's about to get beat. Volk is he's the 45-pound champion now who's undefeated. Okay, come see me in a year. What do you think is different? Volk's going to be the 45-pound champion who's undefeated. Now they're going to dangle this back and forth, right? They're going to make us tickle their balls and do all of these different things to tell them how much we want this fight. We've seen it a million times. Waited 10 years to get Pacquiao and Mayweather in there together. I mean, this is the way that these guys had no negotiation. They didn't sit down with Dana. They didn't talk about how big this was. They didn't talk about the fact we're going to go out to Perth and sell out an arena. They didn't talk about a damn thing. They figured it out themselves. Dana was the last one to know. Dana's sitting cage side while these two made a fight. They deserve credit for that. What does Islam possibly get? I know what he's risking. He's not only risking the world championship, he's risking the perception. If he gets beat by a guy that he's a 3-1 favorite over who's never fought within that weight class before, that's coming up from down here, it's a huge risk for Islam. Islam deserves your respect for that. But you don't get him that respect, and he doesn't get it because they didn't dangle this over us. They didn't make us wait. They didn't tell us how great they were and flirt with each other from a cameo in the front row, and then go and say some stuff on Twitter. They didn't do any of this, so they're just giving it to us. The magnitude of this contest, I have never heard rhetorically said before. And I'm counting on Brendan. I'm counting on Jesse. I'm counting on Rogan. The voices in this sport, we owe these guys. But this was given to us and fell in our laps so easily that we're missing those things. And what about what Volk is risking? If you think there's going to be a nice soft fall because it's 10 pounds, you're wrong. The boys in the back don't care about your 10 pounds. That might sound like something to you, and I'm not condescending and being a jerk if it is. I'm sharing with you amongst your peers, which is the respect you want more than anything else. 45 and 55 is the same thing. This is even. There shouldn't even be a weight class that's only separated by that little of weight, right? I mean, I'm just sharing with you, this is the belief of the boys. So Volkanovski will be taking it on the chin. He's not going to slide right back down like, say, Adesanya did. Blachowicz was too base. It's not one of those situations. That 20 pounds was very different, particularly because Izzy didn't even make the limit. I mean, I'm just sharing for you. Volk is biting off a lot. Volk went on and said, I might get taken down. Let me correct him. Volk said, I'll probably get taken down. He then said, but I won't panic. I never do. I don't totally know what that has to do with. I mean, I don't know what a panic and a non-panic. I don't really know what that has to do with that position, but I do think that I at least get his theme, that if I get put there, I'm not going to be surprised. It's going to be things that I can do. I can create distance and use my speed. I can strike a little bit from there. I might even throw up a submission on him. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting from there, even if I go down there and it's not an ideal position. Like, it was just an interesting comment. But the magnitude and what we have here, the fact that these guys built this themselves, guys, we don't even know the whole story. We don't even know if this was Dana White's plan. I mean, how would you like that as a plot twist? Maybe Dana was going to rematch Oliveira, for all we know. Maybe he's going to bring up Yuri Rodriguez to take on Volkanovski, and these guys are going to go their separate ways, but keep this hot and keep dangling for us, and maybe they were going to do this in early 2025. I mean, I'm just sharing. We don't even know. We don't even know what the plan was. We just know the two baddest dudes with a combined 30+1 record, 2 world championships, number 1 pound for pound versus number 5 pound for pound. We just know that a lot is on it and they want to find each other purely from a competitive standpoint. For nothing else. Not for the money, not for the fame, not for the glory. Purely for the competitive standpoint. I think I'm better than you and you think that you're better than me. If you will give me the opportunity to prove my case, I will give you the same opportunity. That story deserves to be told. That story needs to be told. But when I get asked if Volk, who's ranked number 1, against Islam, who's ranked number 5, is going to be some kind of a massive upset, no.